Greetings, programs, and welcome to episode 3 of the Harmony Point Zoo Let's Play. My name is Jack. I play video games, and today I am playing Planet Zoo. When we left the second episode, I had said that what I was planning on doing with this episode is mostly beautification, some decoration. We're going to put in a food court, I think. But the first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to pause the game so that I could put in some information boards. Excuse the jerky movement. I sometimes forget, believe it or not, while I'm doing this. It's very easy to forget. No, don't call the little girl. It's very easy to forget that there's an audience watching this and that I need to move things a little more smoother so they can tell what's going on and so they don't feel like, they're on a roller coaster. Anyway, as I was saying, what I wanted to do is, in this episode, is I wanted to finish some decoration up. I wanted to put in some facilities for the guests. I wanted to decorate the staff facilities so that they don't just look like the base buildings. And I don't really expect to build a third habitat. If that happens, that's fine. But this is mostly going to be I guess you could call it a filler episode. Everything that I'm doing here needs to be done. It's very important that it be done. And I want you to see me do it so that you know the kind of decisions I make and how I'm going about it. So I'm not going to do it off camera. I know that there's some people are like, I'll put in the information signs and the decorations and the plants and the rocks and the shops later, but I don't want to do it that way. I actually want to have whoops, that is not, I wanted to move the entire thing, not just the info board. I want to have the building process on screen. Oh geez, I hate when I do that. Let's make the same mistake twice. How about that? And I don't mind when you see when I mess up like that, because everybody messes up. I've watched some of the big name Planet Zoo players on YouTube make hilarious errors. They would be the first people to admit that they make mistakes. And since I'm new at this and I'm nowhere near as good as some of them, I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes too. And that's fine. Making mistakes is how we learn, right? Now, do I have a... No. Okay, these don't have power, I think. Right. So what I need to do is I need to lay down some more facilities. Well, what I want to do... Let me see, how do I want to do this? I had already thought about this, and I decided that the first thing that I want to do is I want to add a second staff room. And I'm going to need to add a second keeper hut. Well, I've got the money for it, so what I decided to do was instead of build another small keeper hut, I'd build one of the big ones. And I'm place it right here, like that. And then let's grab one of the big staff rooms, and we'll place it here, like that. Like so. Okay, we need to put in some paths, so let's go ahead and put the paths in. Like I said, I've been using the brown. I don't know why, I just like the looks of the brown path. Let's get it down to a reasonable length. And there. Okay, that gives us a little extra keeper space and a little extra staff facility. Now this staff room isn't going to be a headquarters, it's going to deal with staff health care. But in addition, what we need to do is we need to put in a transformer to handle power requirements, and I'm going to go ahead and put in a water treatment plant. We don't strictly need one right at the moment, but for all I know, my next habitat will involve a swimming hole or a water hole of some sort. And the last thing you want is your animals getting sick from dirty water, right? So, there. And this leaves us an opening in case we want to put more stuff back here. Because if this is going to be the keeper hut and that's going to be the staff room, what we can put another habitat in this area right here, and maybe another one over here, or over here. And it'll all feed from the same general group of staff rooms, you see? So, that ought to give us power on our, yep, all of our info boards have power now. Let's see, go in here, because I believe I colored these differently, didn't I? There is a, don't tell me I didn't put a collection box there. Did I forget to put a donation box in that? I forgot to put a oh my god, I feel so stupid now. I really shouldn't, but you know, it is kind of dumb to put a collection box cover down and not put a collection box down. I mean, geez, really? But hey, them's, you know, them's the breaks. That's what happens. Okay, one of the basic pieces of advice you're given when you're beginning this game is, especially when you're beginning a franchise play, is put down collection boxes everywhere. Put down the donation boxes everywhere. I believe in that philosophy, so I'm putting those donation boxes down anywhere that people can go. I'm going to put them down. Now, I know I got a guy trapped in there, but you know what? I don't really care. So let's get it positioned. That looks good. And blam. And then we'll bring this over to here. And, but this stuff, this sort of stuff here, this decoration stuff that I'm doing right now, it's important. If you want to make a good-looking, themed zoo that looks more, you know, looks like more than just you're throwing the basics down. It is important to every once in a while just decide, okay, now I'm going to do decoration. So I am going to turn the game back on here in a second, because otherwise, you know, no money coming in. But I wanted to get the basics taken care of. What was I about to say? You know what? I can't remember what I was about to say. But yeah, you should always look at decoration. Decorations keep your guests happy. Decorations keep your staff happy. And of course, the decorations inside the habitats keep your animals happy. And there's nothing wrong with keeping your animals happy, right? That's the entire point of the game, keeping your animals happy. So, now we have the donation bins in place. We have the info signs in place. The guests are mostly staying in the opening areas, and that's pretty cool. We know that they're going to be. I keep doing that where I get in close and then jerk it to the side, and I need to stop doing that because I gotta remember that you guys are out there watching. The other thing I need to remember is one of the things I noticed is in my videos I start talking, and I'm talking just, you know, like this. I'm talking loud enough so that you guys can hear me, But by the time the video's over, I'm basically talking to myself because I quiet down in the middle. And I need to, I really need to stop doing that. So I'm sorry I've been doing that. It's not something I've been doing intentionally. It's just something that I've been doing. But I need to figure out, I need to stop doing it because it's not good for the audience. It just isn't. What I want to do, this is more of that beautification part. What I'm doing is I'm tinkering with the fence around it. Well, you can see what I'm doing. I'm tinkering around the fence because what I wanted to do was give the fence basically a base. I just think it looks better this way. And less like just raw fence and more like something that a real zoo would put in. I hope that makes sense, because it makes sense to me, and I'd hate to be the only person it made sense to, because isn't that a sign of being crazy, that you're the only... Anyway, it doesn't matter. But, like I said, let's get this off the grid. This is all part of the beautification part. And some of it is more precise than others. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see if this works. There we go. Yeah, you see, it's not precise, but it's getting there. And, it's just... It looks... Whoop, hello. It just looks better than raw fence, than empty fence. Just a little bit fancier. And that's what I'm going for. I'm going for a good-looking zoo. And I'm losing my track. I'm concentrating on this so much I'm losing my train of thought. Good-looking. You should always strive for a good-looking zoo. Have a zoo that you can take pride in. I know this is just a game. And I know that there's a portion of you out there who are now going, oh my God, he just said it was just a game. But yeah, it's just a game. But if you're not having fun, why are you doing it? And personally, I think making your zoos pretty is fun. Figuring out what you can do to maximize the appearance of the zoo is great fun for me. Now, I am not an interior designer. I know some of the people who do this. It's like, well, when I graduated from design school, I never graduated from design school. I went to cooking school. I am, in fact, a professional chef. I'm retired now, but I was a professional chef for Disney, of all places. And boy, howdy, do I have some stories there. Yes, I have met celebrities by being a Disney chef. No, I'm not going to tell you about them. Because sometimes, I can tell you some of the people I met. I met like Robin Williams. He was a nice guy. But other people you probably wouldn't know because I just recognized him and they're not that big a star. Like Jeff Kober. Jeff Kober is a character actor, plays a lot of villains, but he's a fantastic character actor. And I took note of him because he was in a couple of things that I really, really enjoyed back in the day. I think it's raining again. This may be the rainiest playthrough I have ever had in this game. I'm serious. It's like, where am I? This is supposed to be North America. In the temperate area, but apparently they've decided temperate in this case means, I don't know, Oregon, which I suppose is temperate, but geez, look at this. Is this ridiculous or what? This rain. I blame the fact that the developers are British. And I know that sounds weird, but bear with me for a second. You see, what they did was they went, well, Britain's temperate. Britain, it rains so bad that you need a boat to go down the street. Obviously, in temperate areas, it rains like this. Yeah, not all temperate areas rain like that, guys. But you know what? It happens. It happens. You can put up with it, although it can get irritating sometimes. This is such a fiddly bit. This is the one bad thing about getting things so precise, is that you end up being fiddly. There we go. And an attention to detail is important. An attention to detail is very important. But don't ever go too crazy with it, because at that point you're just, you're wasting your own time. Good enough is good enough. You don't have to make it perfect. This is something that I'm learning. Because I had a basic tendency, and I still sometimes do, and I'm fighting it, to think, oh my gosh, I made a small, tiny error, it's not perfect, therefore it's ruined, therefore I need to start all over from the beginning. And that doesn't help anybody. That's just ridiculous. That's nonsense. A VIP guest has entered the zoo. Hey Mava, how you doing? You're looking nice today. Thank you for the 20 cc's. Alright, where was I? I was over here doing this. But something else. Talking about making a good-looking zoo and all. Paulsley, before he retreated from YouTube, did a tutorial that was all about making a themed zoo. And I took it to heart. He had some great advice, and it was good. According to the lady designer, Paulsley put his tutorials back up on YouTube. I don't know if he's rebuilt his channel or if they're just somewhere on YouTube. But if you can find Paulsley's tutorial on building a themed zoo, by all means, do yourself a favor if you're a Planet Zoo player and you want to learn how to do it, make it look good. I can't recommend his tutorials enough. His and the lady designer's tutorials are amazing. Rudy does some pretty good tutorials too. I don't want to sound like I'm playing favorites. This is not going to line up perfectly, but it's behind the sign, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's see. We're almost done with this piece, so then we can move on to other things, like the food court. In any case, no, I don't know what happened with Paulsley either. I know a lot of people are asking. He apparently had some sort of trouble. I respect his privacy. I'm not going to, he doesn't owe me anything. He doesn't owe any of us anything. He does his own thing. He's allowed to live his life. And if he was having some sort of trouble that caused him to have to leave YouTube, that's good enough for me. That's the last I'm going to comment on that. One more. Let's get it going to there. Boom. There we go. So, whoops. Alright, I'm going to save my zoo real quick. Always save your zoo multiple times. While it's saving, I'm going to get a quick drink of water. There we go. Okay, many guests think tickets are underpriced. That's a good thing, because that gives you a chance to increase your prices. I'm not going to raise my prices too much. I'm raising them from $3 to $5. That's a nice beginning price increase. So I've got my initial Oh, look at this. Somebody's on a break. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a second vendor into the play. Okay. Now that does leave us with one guy floating around, but that's all right. That's okay. So here's what I want to do for my food court. I don't want it to be too big right away. What I rather like having is a lot of smaller food courts than a ton and a half of bigger ones. So what we're going to do, let's get a gulpy soda. Gulpy soda first. And I'm going to put it here. And then we're going to get a chief beef. I'm going to put it here. And then let's start with loony balloons. Loony balloons are nice. 1, 2, 3. 3 spaces, 4 spaces, 4 spaces. There's the loony balloons. And then we're going to put in a bathroom. Can't go wrong with bathrooms. So let's get the paths down. African path, African path. We'll just use the same path. There's no harm in using the same path. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I do not like the way they've reworked the path system and the grid system like this. That just, it bugs me, because now I've got to do that just to hook up the paths, and that's just not right. Okay, whoops, Shawnee's about to breed. No, 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 no. Bye-bye, Shawnee. No naughty, naughty aardvarks. In any case, I wasn't paying attention. That was my fault. Do I still have? Yeah, I still have the 2. Okay, we need to look at these. I didn't realize it was year 4 already. Let's look at the warthogs. Okay, these are my adults, and these are all my kids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of my kids on birth control. I'm going to put my adults on birth control too, because gee whiz, you created a lot of kids in a short time. And my aardvarks, okay, there's Hannah and Bob. You know what? I just realized I haven't renamed my warthogs. So let's do that real quick. Betty, Veronica, and Archie. Let's see, what are we going to name them? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls. So, Ophelia. Susan. Jeremy. Peanut. Alice. And Nancy. There we go. Those are our warthogs. All named up and no place to go. So anyway, this is our excuse me, this is our food court. It's nice and basic, but it's got the things done. You can tell who's popular and who's not already. What we'll do later is we will add probably another drink stall here. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. Why not? Got a gulpy soda. Where's the water? There's the water. Some people just prefer the water. There. Now, it's all rainy, but it is a proper food court. And I promised decorations. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to come back over here. Now I'm using the log pieces for the habitats. So what I want to do is I want to use the mud pieces for the stores and for other things like that. So wait 1 second. There's something I forgot. Let's turn on the light since it's getting dark. I'm going to use the mud pieces for my buildings. And let's get it in. Whoop. No, that was wrong. I hate when I do that. Lots of little mistakes. That's the thing. Mud walls. Okay, one there, and one there, one there, one there, and then we'll put a couple in here just because, why not? Alright. Okay. Now, something else I want to do. This doesn't get a window, it gets an arch. So let's see. What was I talking about? Something I want to do. Yeah, we're going to put in another caretaker because there's about to be a lot of trash. You may notice I haven't put down any trash cans yet. Well, there's about to be a lot of trash. And there's nothing really wrong with that, but... Oh, that's interesting. Look at this. But like I said, there's, the caretaker's about to go crazy with the extra trash. Once I get the buildings done and get the look of the food court finished, I'll address the lack of trash cans. This is difficult. Sometimes thinking up what I'm trying to say is difficult sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to suddenly stop flat-footed on you because, up until now I've been doing pretty good at keeping up or at least I think I've been doing pretty good in keeping up a running dialogue. I hope you guys are okay with it. But every once in a while, I will stop and I'll go, okay, what do I want to say next? And sometimes I have no answer for myself. Mud wall top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to get the building finished. And then I'm going to deal with the trash can problem. And it's going to be a problem, trust me. Because all these people who are now getting sodas and burgers and all that number, a lot of them are just going to dump their trash wherever. I wonder why that is. No, not the trash. I mean, I'm trying to figure out why the wall tops were down like this. I don't know. So, here we go. Now, here's the thing. Traditionally, it's all this red mud, but we can also do this. make it a kind of a white. I like that. I'm going to make it all that. Dum-de-dum. Are you kidding me? They're only going to let me do it one piece at a time? That kind of sucks, doesn't it? Now here it is. Wonder why I wasn't able to do it all at once. That is truly a mystery to me. Okay, what was I thinking? What was I about to say? I was about to say something profound, no doubt, involving the design of all this. When you're playing franchise and you finally lay down shops, you're gonna have to deal with the litter, because the litter will come no matter how much you wish it didn't. If you look, you can already see it, you see? And I do this knowing that there's going to be a litter problem for a little while I'm otherwise putting in shops and such. Because it's just like the price you have to pay. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. Okay, I want this wall to be that color. Why is this so difficult? Great, I just put in 2 roofs. So, we're almost done with this. Let's go in here. And then we'll start laying down trash cans and such. Because, you know, like I predicted, the trash is horrible. So, let's, first we're going to hire a new keeper. A new caretaker, rather. We're going to drop him right in the middle of it. And then, we will get, some benches. Let's use the African bench. We'll put one here and one here, and then we'll start laying down trash cans. Yeah, I know it's not exact, but you know what? It'll work. Okay, and we'll put a trash can here and a trash can here. So, one of the other things that we're going to do, I'm going to start laying down more benches. Yes, I know there's a high amount of litter. I'm dealing with that right now. And the reason I lay benches down is because benches are natural connection points for trash cans. But after that, you just have to basically trust your staff to get the litter cleaned up. And if you can't, you know, I mean, I can always hire a third caretaker. I have a gift. Let's see. Oh, I'm over 300 guests. That's a good thing. Let's add in 2 more caretakers. That'll reduce the load a little bit. Okay. Okay guys, sorry about that. That's my incident alarm. Okay. Yeah, that was my incident alarm. I want to apologize. With that in mind, I'm going to call this video, and we will continue in the next one. So, I hope you enjoyed what I did here. I enjoyed it. I'm having a good time, despite the fact that there's high amounts of litter, and we will have to clean it up. I have team members already on the job. My caretakers are working on it. I have a food court built. We're going to get to more decoration next episode, and we will see what we can see. We may end up building a third habitat in the next episode. If so, you know, we'll figure out which one we want to build when we get to it. If you want me to continue doing the non-habitat stuff on camera, by all means let me know. If you prefer for me not to bother with it, you find it boring, you know, let me know that too. Personally, I want to put everything I can on screen, and that includes the non-animal stuff. So, you know, but like I said, let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Be safe out there. I hope you have a good evening, or a good day, or whatever time you're watching this video. As always, be kind, because the world needs more kindness. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.